As I stepped inside, the sound of my boots echoed heavily across the wooden floor, each step weighted by exhaustion and something I couldn't quite place. The familiar scent of home greeted me: roast chicken, sweet vanilla candles, and the lingering trace of my wife's perfume. Yet something didn't feel right. Everyone was gathered in the living room: my wife, my mother, my two sons, and Peter, my closest friend, practically my brother in all but name. Their silence was unsettling. "What's going on?" I asked, my voice slicing through the thick, unspoken tension that clung to the air. Jason, my eldest, sat upright and met my eyes with a coldness that felt rehearsed, calculated. "Dad, you should sit down." I didn't move. A tight pressure curled around my chest, squeezing. "What is this?" I asked again. Sarah, my wife, wouldn't even look at me. My mother sat frozen, her eyes flicking between me and the rest of them, like she was trapped in a nightmare. Jason took a breath, like steadying himself. "It's time you accepted that things have changed." Then he dropped the bombshell. "You're not the head of this family anymore." I blinked, stunned. My throat went dry. "What the hell are you talking about?" His jaw clenched. "Uncle Peter, he's more of a father to us now." Time stopped. Sound disappeared. All I could hear was the pounding of my own heartbeat in my ears. I looked at Sarah. She still wouldn't meet my gaze. Peter sat with a smug look, fingers interlocked like he was royalty on his throne. They were all in on it. I choked back the rage that clawed up inside me. "I see." I turned around and walked out. No one tried to stop me. I drove, without knowing where I was going or for how long. The night consumed me. The headlights cut through the darkness, but inside I felt nothing but betrayal. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned pale. Peter, the man I trusted like a brother. Sarah, the woman who promised forever. My sons, my own blood. I had poured everything into that family. I worked, I sacrificed, I provided. And this was my reward? To be discarded, humiliated, replaced? Eventually, I pulled into an empty lot and parked. My whole body trembled as I tried to catch my breath. My phone buzzed, but I didn't answer. All I could see was Peter sitting in my chair in my house, pretending to live my life. They thought they could erase me, take everything I built. They didn't realize who they were dealing with. I opened my phone and started dialing. By the next morning, I had 69 missed calls. What followed were 2 weeks of quiet preparation. No outbursts, no begging, no tears. I vanished from their lives, but I watched everything. My first move was financial. Since nearly all the property and accounts were in my name, I opened a new account, transferred every asset I could, and froze the rest. House, cars, bank balances, gone from their reach. Next, I met with an attorney. I filed for divorce and requested full custody of my sons. I also compiled a full report on Peter, his sketchy financial history, his bankrupt ventures, even the whispers of shady dealings. Then I hired a private investigator. Sarah and Peter had been sloppy. Every affair, every hotel rendezvous, every suggestive text documented. I approached my mother last. She'd played along out of fear. But when she saw which way the wind was blowing, she quickly changed sides. Then came the performance. I returned home, looking defeated. Sarah and Peter were lounging in the living room, wine glasses clinking. My sons were nowhere in sight. Peter sneered. "Back already? Thought you'd be gone longer licking your wounds." I gave him a slow, steady smile. Sarah shifted uneasily. "What's that look?" she asked. I took a seat across from them, my hands calm in my lap. "I just wanted to see your faces when it all came crashing down." Peter laughed. "Came crashing down? Man, you've lost. The kids chose me. Sarah chose me." I pulled out my phone. One tap, and Sarah's voice filled the room. "I never loved him, Peter. He was just the safe bet." Sarah paled. Her hands trembled. Another tap. A new recording played. "Yeah, once he's out of the picture, I'll take everything. He won't even see it coming." Peter's voice. He jumped to his feet, furious. "You." I raised a hand. "Sit." He hesitated. The silence stretched. Then I leaned in. You thought you could steal my life, my family, and wear it like it was yours. But power? It doesn't belong to the weak. Peter's fists clenched. What did you do? I tilted my head. Let's recap. The accounts? Frozen. The house? No longer yours. Sarah? I tossed a folder onto the coffee table. Divorce papers. And with that little confession of yours, I'll be filing for full custody. Sarah gasped and grabbed the folder. You can't do this. Oh, I already did. Then I turned to Peter. Might want to check your phone. He pulled it out. His face dropped as he read through the alerts. Bankruptcy.
Fraud.
Public exposure. Everything he tried to hide was now out in the open. His entire world burned to ash. I stood, adjusted my coat. You betrayed the wrong man. And I walked out. The weeks that followed were chaos for them. Peter's business collapsed. His finances drained. His name was ruined. Sarah tried to reach out, begging for forgiveness. I had none left to offer. One by one, my sons returned, guilt in their eyes. I didn't welcome them back easily. Trust wasn't something I handed out anymore. It had to be earned. As for me, I was free. They had broken me, but I rose from the ruins, stronger, sharper, unstoppable. Standing in my new apartment, gazing out over the city lights, I smiled, genuinely, for the first time in what felt like forever. Because I won, and they would carry the weight of what they did for the rest of their lives. Power isn't taken. It's earned, and I had just taken mine back.